Hey guys, what's up? It's Rainy here, and today we're going to be discussing the new achievement interface. So where can you find the new achievement interface? It is located in the spot where the completionist tab was before, so in the hero tab, the little helmet on your interface, you want to go and check that out. It should say achievements instead of completionist now. Now my first thoughts when I saw this new achievement interface thing was, why is the path system on the achievement section? Why does it not have its own spot on the tab section on the left side of the interface? Why doesn't it have its own tab there? Why is it on the overview? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Apart from that, it's alright. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It looks kind of odd. I mean, it has its own spin on the achievement thing. It doesn't look like any achievement system I've seen before, but it has elements of an achievement system, I guess. There's a distinct lack of achievement points, I feel like. I mean, there is no achievement points. There's not even, like, placeholders for it. It just doesn't exist. Now, what I thought they should have had as the overview is actually hidden away on the third tab, all the way on the bottom of the left side. This shows you all the exploration achievements or area achievements you've done. It shows you your completionist achievements. I figured this should probably be what's on the actual overview front page, but it's actually hidden away. I mean, you could remove the path thing from the actual overview thing and then just throw path into its own tab. Have all the different sections that you've completed as the first thing you see, and then you could have like recent ones as well on the side or something. There's no reason to have a pin tab for it. I mean, what's the use of that even? Why do you need to have an achievement pinned into your interface somewhere? Just open the interface. I mean, it's not that difficult. It seems completely unnecessary to me. Next section is actually the achievements. So I went into the tab that's actually supposed to be achievements, and I'm greeted with a blank screen. Now, they could have filled this with something. They could have even had the overview thing there. I mean, it just looks empty. It looks weird. So I clicked the skills tab, and I was expecting a drop down with, you know, the different skills as subcategories, but no, there was nothing. What I was greeted with was just a very blocky list of my 99s. And I mean, like, 2 of them had puns in the name of the achievement. The rest were just, like, the name of the actual level. Now, I've seen pictures of people who had, like, I think there was a pun with prayer and woodcutting or something, living on a prayer, or halfway there, which, I mean, why did I not I didn't even get to see that. There's no achievement for me when I got to 92. It just has 99 there. They could have literally had, like, prayer as, I don't know, a subcategory, and then had, like, level 90, level 80, level 70, level 60 achievements, you know? But no. No, that would be weird, right? Like, you could even add random things, like in agility you could have do a course 200 times and you get an achievement, or do every course once, you know? It doesn't have to have been tracked before either. They could have added a tracker for this, you know? There's so many things they could have done with this, and it doesn't feel like they did anything with it. Moving on to areas, which I also didn't quite get. Why did they call it areas? Why didn't they call it exploration? Exploration sounds way cooler than areas. Also, areas doesn't really make sense in my mind. I mean, when you think of exploration, you instantly click into that, oh yeah, it means going around the world doing things. Areas, fair enough that achievements are categorized into areas, but what would you call it areas? And then, like, at a glance, it looks alright. The areas section looks alright. And then you're like, wait, I don't know which one is easy, medium, hard, and elite difficulty. So I looked into it a little bit. I was like, you can't even tell in Lumbridge's achievements what is what. In Ardoin, you can, because there's like a tiny, very faint border around the icons for the achievements. I didn't even notice until someone told me. So I guess the easy ones have a copper trim around the achievement icon, then medium has silver, then gold. I didn't see elite anywhere. Maybe it's like a different shade of gold? I don't freaking know. Why didn't they use purple? Purple is the best color, and that's what the previous color was. I mean, elite was always purple in the past, so why did they remove that? I don't know. And the thing that annoyed me the most about this, and I have to say this, is why is the button in the middle of the interface? Let's look at this. Why is the button directly in the center? It just bothers every OCD in my body, and that sentence doesn't make sense, but whatever. The principle is the same thing. Why is it not on the right side of the interface? That would probably be the right side because it's, but whatever. Right side of me right now is this side. Why is it not on the right side of the interface? Why could it not? It doesn't balance out the interface at all. The interface is very heavy to the left. The graphics are on the left, the text starts on the left, and it always jumps back to the left because it's written from left to right. And the right side is empty. It's just empty. Now, normally, if this wasn't an actual achievement interface thing, there would be points on the right side. But it's not a normal achievement thing. I don't actually know what it is. It tries to be an achievement thing, but it kind of doesn't get there. So next up, I went to PVM tab. I was greeted with, again, empty tab. And then I clicked the first one. It was solo PVM. And at first, I thought the interface was bugged because nothing actually happened. Then I went and I clicked on group PVM. Nothing happened either. Then I clicked on raids and something happened. I got achievements. I got 10 achievements for raids, which I knew about. And that's fair enough. Then I tried to click back to solo PVM. Then I realized there's no feedback when you click these buttons. There's literally the icons, the subcategories in the side don't change color. I didn't know which interface I was on anymore because solo PVM, group PVM, raids, and I think general, none of them even remotely do an animation when you hover over them or click them. They don't even change color when you're actually focused on them. So, I mean, is this update done, or am I beta testing it? What is going on? It feels like an early beta version of what we're supposed to be getting, and, I don't know, I thought the entire idea of expansions, I know this is not an expansion, but the entire idea of expansions was that we don't like batch content. So instead of making batch content, we will release one big update at once. That doesn't mean you need to batch the smaller updates. This feels like batch 1 of achievements. Batch 2 will probably be coming out in like 3-4 months. Maybe then we'll get points. I don't freaking know. What I do know is the PVM tab is absolutely ridiculous. There's no achievements there. It blows my mind that they didn't have Reaper title or Warden title for Telos. There's just nothing there. Like, you could have even added achievements for unlocking the Vanquisher outfit or doing like 100 of each boss. There's just, I don't understand. And then on the completionist side, the old interface was better. I'm just gonna throw that out there to begin with, because this one is way too clunky. The old one actually showed you like 30 different tasks you could do at once on the screen. Or maybe 20, I might be stretching it a bit. But still, now it shows you 5. 20 to 5, there's a big difference there. I mean, I can even like show you the old interface versus the new interface. I mean, now see, the thing is, when this idea of achievements was pitched back at RuneFest 2016, I was very excited. It was actually one of the things that I was rooting for the most as like my most hyped update, because I was like, oh yeah, I've played lots of different games that have achievements, like World of Warcraft, and any Blizzard game really has achievements. Steam has tons of achievements. You know, every Steam game, pretty much, or most of them, a lot of Steam games have achievements. And I was like, oh yeah, RuneScape's getting achievements, oh yeah. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna combine all these different systems together, and I'm like, oh god, please don't fuck this up. And I was so disappointed, because I was expecting WoW achievement system. I was so dumb to think that that would actually happen, now that I think about it in retrospect, because that is the best achievement system, in my opinion, that I've ever seen. It's actually, UI is great. It doesn't feel squished. It doesn't feel bloated like this one does. It actually is responsive. I mean, when you click a button, you actually click the button. It's sorted into all these different things. Like, you have general for leveling things, you have your professions for different skills, and then you can click on the skill itself in the category, and then you get lots of achievements for that specific skill. Exploration, you have lots of things there. They could have added all the old achievement system things into an exploration tab. They kind of did that, so I have to give them some points for that. That one is probably the closest to what I was expecting, but it still kind of fell short. The interface WoW uses is actually balanced, because the title of the achievement is in the middle, the text on how to get it is in the middle, and it's also all centered to the middle, so it keeps a balance in the UI. The achievement icon is on the left, and the points you earn are on the right. So everything is balanced. It doesn't feel like the interface is heavy on one side. I'm not a UI artist. I have a graphics designer background, so I guess that's why I know this, but I mean, they should know this as well. I expect that much. And I mean, they could add achievements for unlocking pets. They could add achievements for, literally, WoW has achievements for every single thing you unlock. And I was kind of expecting that for RuneScape. Now in retrospect, I realized that I had way too high expectations, and I kind of shot myself by expecting that this would actually be good. I mean, it has potential, but again, the UI is so bad, and I feel like they need to add like a graphics artist or something to it, because it doesn't feel like there's been one on this project. It doesn't look like there's been one, at least. I know that they're actually trying to hire a UI artist, and I've actually considered applying for that job now, because this was just, it makes me feel like I can actually do something with my life. It's inspired me. Probably won't, but you know, it's nice to know that I could be useful somewhere. Oh, and that red thing where you don't have the levels to do an achievement, completely unnecessary. It doesn't need to be there. It could just be grayed out until you actually finish the achievement. There's no need for it to be like, you can't do the achievement, so you get red, and you get red, and you get red. It doesn't, no, just please don't. The only good thing that came out of this was the new path system, where they've added in things like the path to Lunar Spellbook, or the path to Ancient Magics, or the path to Curses. It's actually very nice for new players or people who haven't maxed out yet. It's actually really nice because it tells you exactly what you need to do, the quests you need to do to complete it, and it guides you really nicely. So I mean, that is the only good thing about this update. So for me, I'm going to give this update a solid 3 out of 10. I realize that I may have had too high expectations, and I'm gonna go cry in a corner in my room now, because one of my most anticipated updates of the year has probably just got shot down. But apart from that, if you like this kind of video, do give my other channel a check out. It should be on the bottom right after this. That's where I mainly do my vlog videos. So this is kind of a new frontier on this channel for me. But do give the video a like if you liked it, and I could do more of these. Hopefully not more rants. I mean, I want the updates to be good, but when they're bad, I just feel like I need to do these. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Rainy outfits.